You're listening to the StarFall Actual Play Podcast. StarFall Actual Play Podcast is a combination of short stories, audio dramas, and actual role-playing that tell a much larger story. In this episode, well, normally I would say that you're in for a treat, but I guess it depends on how attached you are to various characters. See, they're going to the planet Warmed. Yeah, that's right, that's Dave's homeland. You think that Dave is a tough character? Understand, he left for a reason. Probably because he didn't like it there. Warmed is one of these places that every time I take players there, something horrible happens. Either someone gets severely wounded, a favorite NPC dies, or a player character dies. I'll let you know, someone's not going home. Like in most adventures, this is going to start off a little bit slow, so this episode's a little bit slower than normal. However, you will get a little bit more of a picture of what's going on, what the characters are doing to prepare to go to Warmed. And then, just when you think it's safe, it's going to hit the fan. We're talking wheelbarrows are going to hit the fan. I'm really going to hit the players hard. So, starts out slow, and then the players are going to start flipping me off. It's part of the plan. Now, in other news, we're about ready to start a Kickstarter. That's right, I said a Kickstarter. Roll vs. Roll GT. It's Roll vs. Roll, but with an upgrade. So consider it an expansion pack. So if you are interested in finding out more about this, join our newsletter. So in the show notes, there's a section to join our newsletter. Don't worry, we're not going to spam you too much. But sign up for that and you'll get information about the Kickstarter because we're going to have some special deals for the new cards as they come out. Also, if you are interested in being a voice actor, we are in desperate need of some voice actors. Also, we've got a mailing list for that, or you can email me directly at starfall@jackmonkeygames.com and include an audio sample.
No, Keck.
Yes, Hedda? You seem troubled.
Tom just said that he is an incel.
Poor Tom. He just never gets a break. First he is infected with hay babies, and now the eating disorder incel.
What is incel?
It means insufficient celery. It's a form of extreme reverse veganism, where the lack of fruit and vegetables gives the males a form of gluten intolerance. This makes them very angry for some reason.
Are you sure?
Have you ever seen Tom eat a vegetable that was not on a hamburger?
Oh no, he always removes the tomato and lettuce. He must be an extreme case. What are the symptoms?
My human female friends say shrinking breeding organs, delusions of entitlement, the use of excessive amounts of body spray, and an incredible urge to think that trench coats and fedoras are in style. Similar to gluten intolerance, they must tell everyone about it in the form of whining or whinging.
Oh no, I can see why the human females are repulsed by him.
Historically, the males would search for all kinds of snake oil treatments to find a cure, like expensive cars. One of these false cures was called an AR-15. From what I can glean, the human females could tell that it did not work from a distance.
Do you think it's the body spray or the hat that gives it away?
No, I'm sure it's the attitude.
But what about now? Is there a cure?
I was talking with a friend about this, and she says there is a surgery called a cranial rectalectomy.
I don't know anything about human anatomy, but that sounds painful.
Some more than others.
Okay, so it's been about 3 weeks since the attempt at the heist, where
it was technically successful.
it was successful. You achieved the mission.
Girlfriend.
Ah, yes. Okay, so important bits of the. There's now a new crew member.
She's very pretty.
Yeah, she's very pretty. She is literally a space princess.
She's my girlfriend.
Got it. She is actually part of the. We're talking like a Fortune 500
corporation.
Like heiress.
Yeah, she's got more money than ever. Problem is, in the process of being seduced, I guess, by Arcady, she decided to turn against her family and really piss them off. In the process, well, you guys now have a new crew member. She doesn't have much money anymore. That's a relative. All of her accounts have been frozen. She's pretty much useless. She doesn't even know how to make her own coffee.
You say she's dead weight.
Is she on the stupid hot scale? Yeah.
Does she know how to run?
Probably
Yes.
better than I can.
Yes. However, what you have noticed about her is that she is fearless. Like, you ask her to do something, she doesn't get, ew, I don't want to do that. She's like, okay, I want to do this.
Ah, bait.
She doesn't, at no point does she complain about the tasks that she's given on the ship, but she will stare at something trying to figure out how to use simple things. Like you tell her to clean the restroom, and she's like looking at the brush like, what do I do with this? So she doesn't have any basic skills. The other thing that has happened is that, I don't know if you guys have heard about this yet, Terry has acquired a stalker. Terry has a stalker that is an 800-year-old artificial intelligence with godlike intelligence. And scrupping nuts. She has... This AI basically has... in fact, if you've been listening to the podcast all the way through, episode 2, I mentioned that there was no reports about the escape. In episode 6, when Fifth Crew was trying to escape from a ace fighter pilot, the ace fighter pilot was called off by a Commander Jory. Every time that Terry talks on the radio, it's always with someone by the name of Jory. If you go back and listen to all the episodes, you'll hear
So
that
this
it's
is
always
the AI.
this is the AI. So she's actually been around since episode 3, and she's been stalking him. The Fifth Crew was able to defeat her current body by basically blowing it the fuck up.
Yeah, I did it. I need Turbo. Save the day.
Jory.
She's been kind of helpful so far, though.
Well, that's the thing, is that she says, she basically said that Terry was very unthankful for all her help. And that,
then she tried to kill us.
yeah, because she's gonna, she basically wants them to be together forever, so she's gonna rip his brain out of his body.
Put it in a fishbowl.
Something like that.
Can't have that business deals to be had.
I'm fairly sure Terry could function quite fine without his brain.
He's
He's
already only just getting by. The body's really just dragging him down.
So that's Gav's character. Yeah. Space prostitute.
Yeah. I found it very appropriate that an 800-year-old AI had decided that, the space prostitute. Yeah, you'll do.
Well, he should be easy.
She
doesn't know why
used
he's
to be a
resisting her.
prostitute, didn't she?
This is what has happened in the meantime. You folks have been traveling around on the Fifth Crew. Terry has decided to go and hide on K-Run. The reason why K-Run is that there's no technology there. He's in the middle of a freaking cornfield hiding. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And during that time, Dave has received a message from the chieftain of his clan from Warmed, basically saying that his clan is in decline. They once had owned and controlled the spaceport, and they have lost the spaceport. So that means they can't control who lands on the planet anymore, and they're basically subject to, well, they have to make other alliances or they'll starve to death. So everyone knows that, Warmed is the worst planet.
That's
During
why
the
Dave
summer,
comes from there.
during the summer, it gets up to a very warm -3 degrees. It used to
Just
be
based on Canada, you'd say.
yeah.
Siberia.
Yeah. It used to be a mine before the fall, and then whatever mineral that they were mining completely dried up. Like they couldn't find anything left. So the corporation started to leave. But during the process of leaving, the fall happened. And so all the miners, the administrative staff, and various pilots and crew were trapped on the planet. So they had to go live in the mines. 500 years later, they now have developed their own culture. The problem is that it's not really, it's a culture, but there's no government. You've got these warring clans that are fighting over resources because resources are running out. Pretty much no laws. There's codes of honor, but there's no laws. You can expect to be shot at on a regular basis. Sometimes it might be personal. Sometimes it might be that you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or it could be the overflow of someone else's bad day. Not only is it cold, the people are also very cold. The other thing is that anyone who stays on the planet longer than 2 years gets a nanite tattoo. And this nanite tattoo goes over your face and displays your loyalty to everyone. You can't hide who you're loyal to. Changing loyalties can take up to about a month. The thing is that once other people see your loyalties start to change, they'll up and kill you. They won't wait to find out if that other loyalty they can't afford it. Not to mention with resources running low, they can't afford to feed you. Most of the civilization actually lives in the old mines. They have blocked off sections to other parts of the mines controlled by other clans. The clans do have tenuous relationships with other clans. So like they'll have a alliance, but that alliance may only work as long as there's resources.
Sort of like trade agreements.
Yeah.
For this and that.
Yeah, a lot of time it's barter. The only time that Warmedians actually agree, and they're not currently trying to fight, is when they are watching their gladiatorial games. The gladiatorial games are extremely violent. And they can be anything from small fighter battles. They can be hand-to-hand combat. They can be pretty much anything you would expect in a Roman gladiatorial game. The people that fight are property. Their tattoos change very drastically as they are stripes over one eye, and if they've been freed, it goes over the other eye. If you ever see a Warmedian walking around with 2 stripes, walk away, because they're killers. Where everyone else on Warmed are trying to survive, and by the way, they'll survive by stabbing you in the back, no problem. One of these gladiators, they are the other Warmedians avoid them.
Everyone on the planet's a killer, but the gladiators are paid to do it.
Yeah.
Well, paid more to do it.
Well, at least once they get their freedom. Okay. The other thing that you need to know is that everything is more expensive on Warmed. So medical supplies is anywhere from about 300% in the cost. You can make a lot of money by dropping off a shipload of supplies. And we're talking like everyday supplies. Toilet paper is like $50 a roll.
Good cold water.
Good core water. Oh, they have plenty of water. But, you know.
But not in
very
bottles.
frozen.
Not in these
It's
shiny
very frozen.
bottles.
Yeah, they could use the bottles. The thing is, getting it there, because the pirates that are around the system, because there's a asteroid belt that surrounds the system, are just waiting for you to come out of StarFall. The moment you come out of StarFall, they're going to jump on you, take your cargo, and then land and sell it. So, I will let you know this, that in previous campaigns, the moment that I mention that they have landed anywhere near Warmed, it is customary to flip off the GM. There's been some cases where I had an NPC navigator that said, "Oh, look, we're going to Nevin," and then they ended up on Warmed. They just shot him in the head. They just said, "Oh no, Warmed, bang, done." So it's I would say that in advance, expect to be wounded, expect to get in fights.
Someone's gonna kill my girlfriend.
Better call the dead weight.
She cleans the toilet.
Okay.
One last time before we start, mate.
Oh.
We're going somewhere dangerous. We need a human shield.
Who's gonna
Maybe we
clean the
can train
toilet?
her for security or passage.
I'm not cleaning the toilet.
That's one of my props for today. I'm gonna have to use it.
I don't know what you're holding, but I have a feeling I will. Okay, so speaking of your girlfriend, how do you spend the next week?
Oh.
I don't know, screaming the ship down. That's why my voice is gone.
Okay, so mental note: the reason why Arcady has this scratch voice is because, well, she's got a new girlfriend, and apparently his girlfriend's good at what she does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Killing it.
Oh, is that why we keep Julia around?
Yeah.
Darling, you just better keep her out of my space.
You'd love it.
If I see that girl anywhere near my Tengu,
Yeah, but I know how to fix your tanker now, so it's fine.
alright, we need to discuss your vocabulary because the word that you're using, fix, is not exactly the term that I would use for what you do to my Tengu. You fix at it, honey. But we're getting better.
Well,
You just keep
I've
that
got
up.
points now.
You just keep that up. But whatever you're keeping up with that girl of yours, you keep it up away from my Tengu. You keep that princess away from me.
You keep fixing her up. Good.
Okay.
Because princess, she's cannon fodder waiting to happen, I'm just saying.
Oh.
Got no room for princess.
She cleans
Clear
the toilet.
She's gonna get your ass killed.
Okay, so you guys have about 2 days before Starfall, landing in the system of Warmed.
There's some
Busy.
She just. I'm good.
Yeah, we know what you're doing. Anybody else want to make some preparations before entering the
Just some
system?
maintenance on my arm.
Okay.
Who
By
are
the way,
you? Where did you come
from? You do have a park ranger mech.
Yep.
It's currently in the loading bay. It is not useful on Warmed at all.
Is it good against fighting giant alien creatures?
Yes, that's what it's best at.
Yeah.
There's probably not a lot of those in the Mines of Warmed though.
No. It's also, in comparison to the other, like the Tengus that you guys have, like a Tengu is about 7 feet tall when you're wearing one, whereas his is about 10 feet tall, and he has to really climb into it. So it's closer to a mech than a power armor. And it's also not really good against direct combat. Like, ranged weapons just go right through it's great, because it's a boxer, not a... It's got a wire mesh in front of it to keep the claws from getting through, which, works half the time.
Doesn't work very well against projectile ammunition.
Yeah, it's not designed for that. But it can make quick work out of one. Yes, you can beat the ass out of a walrus any day.
Oh yeah.
Do I have my crown and my mat with me?
Yes.
I'm gonna go through what I would call the Red Book of Space. So we call it the Black Book.
Okay.
Just to check prices, conversions for going to Warmed, stuff with inflation because they're obviously in StarFall, they've got no communication. And I'm just going to price a couple of items, including this here. An insignia. I've got a star map here as well. Sealed, first edition, very good.
Have you been going through Jordan's bedroom?
And I've also got some fashion pieces with some very trendy princesses on our.
You've been
crew,
stealing
my
things
life.
out of my room.
I might have found them around the ship. You never know. And I've also got some lady supplies here too. Some lady beauty tools. So you gotta keep looking good. Yeah. So I'm just gonna spend some time doing the price conversions on that and just put some markups down.
I'm good on all this.
Besides meditating hard, I can't really think of anything to prepare with unless we have information about Warmed that I can memorize using my vast memory.
Yeah, you can actually. What you could do is that there is records of the old maps, of the old mines.
Ooh, okay.
So you would know any place that has, yeah,
And that would be useful because Dave would only know his clan's
correct.
warrens, right? Whereas I could help navigate us out of
Right.
enemy territory.
Now, if that happens, basically you can't get lost.
Excellent. I will do that then, using my. I'm hard at meditation with my mat, and I can bring my crown with me when we land. Hey.
Yes, you can wear your crown.
I thought I had a rapier. I have here a stun pistol, but I feel like at some point I had.
I think you would have a
something
rapier.
pointy. All right.
How long do we have during this journey?
Oh, Warman?
That's what I've got.
About 3 weeks.
All right, Julia. You know, I make no bones about thinking that you're just about as useful here as an Elam on Warman, but if you're gonna be with us, you best know which part is the boomstick and which part is the trigger. So when's the last time you ever used a weapon, girl?
Other than Tonfa? No.
Right. Arcady, take her down to the armory, get her set out with the easiest thing to figure, set up some practice rounds. Tell Dave he's got to train this girl how to use the bright end of his boomstick, yeah?
Yes, Mama.
I do it myself, but, you know, I'm not so good with keeping the safety on when people are acting fools around me, and I don't want to be responsible for cleaning that mess up. So. Dave, I know that, but you know what? Do not be giving this girl stem pips on Warmed. Come on, please.
She's gonna shoot herself.
Yeah, that's not our problem. But we
I
want her to be able
prefer
to
to
shoot
give her
someone
trading
else.
wheels.
Well, give her
for the
training
first
wheels
10
now
minutes.
for the first 10 minutes. But after that, you know, she's
Yes.
got to figure it out, yeah?
I would much prefer that she doesn't blast holes in the side of the ship.
Well,
that
I did
we're
say
currently
practice
standing
rounds. Christ almighty.
Righto. I'm sure I can teach her a thing or two, and at least to not shoot herself and her friends.
That'd be much appreciated, son.
Are there any parts of the planet that are not paved?
Oh, most of it.
Most of it?
Yep. In fact, there is even a nomadic tribe of Warmedians that live out in the wilderness. They live in relative peace. When I say relative peace, as in everyone else is being shot at on a regular basis. They're not as ruthless as the other Warmedians, but wow, can they survive? They only go to the cities long enough to trade. Now, we have a new player. Jordan, say hi.
Hello.
So, tell us about your character.
So, my character's name is Hrul.
Hrul?
Hrul.
Hrul.
Can you spell that?
Cruel.
H-R-R-U-L.
Don't you speak Spanish, boy? It's pronounced cruel.
I don't have lips. I can't do that.
H-R-R-U-L.
Falanus is my favorite.
So, character out of... so, I am a Felinus. My home planet is from Warzod. I specialize in melee combat, but I also have a laser rifle. Which gives me 5 shots, but it's solar powered, so I don't have to buy ammo ever. It's great.
You've got to be near a sun to charge it, though.
On a planet with some sunlight. That can also be charged by plugging it in.
Mine.
Electric. It's electric. It can also be plugged in.
Plug it into the ship.
I'm pretty
He's
acrobatic.
a park ranger.
And yeah, park ranger on Warzone. Very acrobatic, to say the least. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. I can't think of anything else.
Yes, and by the way, he's a park ranger. So he's a Warzodian park ranger.
So you have your thing? Your...
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we're already an animal control.
Yes.
Walruses.
WAC.
Click on the ground.
You're the member of the
Vicious.
WAC.
I hope my ad brought you into our
So, Peg Leg Stew, since you're navigating, where do you want to land? Where do you want to have Starfall? Closer to the planet, the higher your target number. So it's just
Would you say that people have dropped in before
I'd prefer to be closer.
when it comes to the belt?
So most people try and get as close as they can. So what it is that for every turn that you get from the planet or away from the planet, so if it takes 3 turns to get to the planet,
There's more risk of interception.
correct.
Yeah.
And it adds to your target number because doing Starfall within a gravity is harder.
Yeah.
So
Because it disrupts. Yeah.
now, depending on how badly you make that roll,
Uh,
critical failures can damage the system. So basically, if you do end up, if I remember, the fifth crew does have a backup star drive, but it's only designed for short hops.
It's too far away to risk it. Too far out to risk it.
Yeah.
We can't be caught on this planet with busted anything because we can't afford to fix it either.
Yeah.
So we're gonna need to drop it further out and take the risk with the pirates. Unless you all have a better plan.
You said you wanted to leave.
Is there anybody?
I'd love to get it basically in the atmosphere and just drop us out.
Yes.
Not a good
Too much risk.
So it's 50. It's your
I'd prefer not to just die.
yeah. So it's your
I
target
guess
number.
if a pirate ship attacks us, we'll let them board, kill them, take all their stuff, and sell it on.
How powerful am I? Can I hide us?
Okay. You can't. There's another. The children of Hihardin or the mafia, they can hide ships, but you don't know that trick.
Unless. Well, I'm Sanctuary of the Gifted. I can hide an individual who want to drop
Well,
Dave in, but then he'll be by himself, and then you can go back out.
well, what would happen is that you could if you guys got boarded, then you could
Hide and make it look like an empty ship.
yeah, pretty much.
No!
Could we
Let them
aim
steal
for
all our
somewhere
stuff.
above the planet? So like,
So
We can't though. It's too risky to drop it this close.
I don't know, but rather than how far spread is the asteroid belt? Does it cover like full around the planet, or is it just on
The
one?
belt.
it's
planet?
around. It's around
Only
the.
a bit.
It's yeah.
So
It's not.
Yeah, so we just.
So you could go
Can
over.
we
it.
land in
yeah,
holes?
that's what I mean. So
Yeah.
can't we aim over the asteroid belt, above the planet's north or south pole, aim above or below,
Well,
and
the
come down?
Hey, the
asteroids
space is
themselves
3D.
are not the dangerous part.
Yeah.
It's the pirates that hide in them.
Yeah.
So
How big is the planet relative to the belt? You could drop in right at the north. They got a long way to go before you hit the atmosphere.
true, true. But take a look at the target numbers. So
Yeah.
how to read that is
There's
that
too much
it's a
gravity to get
15.
closer.
It's a 15 just to go outside. So that's at the Starfall point, which is on the far end. And then every ring that you get in closer adds that target number.
Wait.
I'd say drop it in here. Drop in silent, float in over the top.
Okay.
Well over the top, so we've got a good idea of how far.
So you're going in for a stealthy.
No, like if we were gonna go stealth stuff, we'd try and drop in silent, but hug the asteroids. But it's even riskier then.
Yeah.
Because you've got no early warning.
Yeah, you're not that good.
Mm-hmm.
Only a 10%
let's just-
chance of pirate attack. And
Well,
they just
we
want
are
to
pirates.
steal our stuff. They don't
I-
want to board our ship, so why don't I just hide our stuff so it looks like we got nothing to steal?
Let's
Or we can
just-
offer them
We can
bullion.
let them board the ship.
And think that there's nobody here and then ambush the crap.
Yeah.
I would prefer to deal with pirates than deal with dropping into a rock and us all dying instantly.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down for that.
So
Alright,
Nero or Feather?
what's
So-
my target?
Your base is 15.
15. How many die am I rolling?
It's all
Good luck,
dice.
everybody. Oh, we're good. We're golden. We could have ended that in the atmosphere, I think.
Okay, so now you guys just landed into a hostile environment. Where are you in the ships?
On the bridge.
Okay, you're on the bridge.
Peg legs to you on the bridge.
Fraser, where are you?
I'm in my room. I was still going through all this. I wasn't expecting. I got lost in the
Oh,
book here.
you would have about an hour's warning.
Oh, okay.
I'm napping in the.
I'll be in the stores.
I'll be napping in my mech suit.
Okay.
Down in that.
I got be in the armory in the stores area.
I'm using last call for the bathroom.
It's a good
Don't know
idea.
what we're gonna fix.
Pre-gamed up, guys. 1 hour warning.
I might sell catheters.
Actually, I
Windows
think
in a
I've got
tanker.
big robes, so I can just sort of squat and hide.
I'm just going to be hanging out, inspecting my weapons near the airlock.
Yeah, you probably want to be near that.
I'm taking a shower.
Okay.
With Julia?
Yeah.
Gotta save water out in space. I'm not allowed asteroids nearby.
That's why it's a
Yeah.
fun well.
I'll pack everything that looks like a value.
Powering up
Like,
before the
hide it
big
away.
game.
A
Okay.
bit.
Bob, the engineer, and the large Glippin warrior, Buffy, they're working on making sure that everything is tip top. And then Buffy goes itself and then heads over to the airlock, not like a giant warrior crab to deter someone from coming in. If you're not familiar with the Glippin warriors, Glippin are a species that go through a metamorphosis.
Yep.
And their warrior caste is literally a giant crab. So we're talking like almost.
I thought it was my family.
They have claws. They have claws about this big. So I'm holding about the length of my arm.
Long range pinching.
Not really smart, but they're fearless and they're absolutely loyal. Julia goes through her
Quite
her-
similar. Fiercely little, not very smart.
With big claws.
She pulls out.
Listen to me.
Oh dear.
Please go on.
She pulls out
Oh.
a pair of Tanfa, and she actually goes and joins over by the airlock. Tanfa, they are
Preserving food.
they are weapons that go down cross like this, and there's a handle. Tanfa is the name.
It's like a baton.
Yeah, it's like a baton. Except that these things look real. They look pre-fall. So there's something about them. What is Mama doing during?
Swearing in the galley.
Mama's piloting in the ship.
Okay. Yep.
No?
Yeah, Mama's the pilot.
Right. Yeah.
Not the navigator. You figure out where we're going. I'm just gonna make sure we don't crash getting there.
I'm not driving it because we will crash.
As long as you don't have me coming out in the middle of a planet, we'll be right.
Are you looking for an exciting career that will take you beyond the city walls? Join the Warzodian Animal Control. It's the humane way to protect the city. Learn use of advanced power armors, get a degree in veterinarian medicine, explore the deep forest as a park ranger, and fight the never-ending war versus the death ants. Talk to your recruiter today and ask for the 10-year tax exemption plan. We are the proud the skilled, the humane.
So, you guys come out of Starfall. Within a few seconds, there is a message. Hail, this is Captain Pierce of the Sandman. Bring me a dream. Is this the 5th crew, or is this the 6th?
Captain Pierce, this is Mama Bear, current pilot of the 5th crew.
Who else is with you?
Now that's just kind of a personal question, don't you think?
It'll get real personal if I don't know anyone else on the ship.
Tell you what, rather than me giving you a roster, why don't you tell me exactly who it is you're looking for so I can shoot him and we can land this?
Fuck off. Sorry, scrap off.
No, of Captain Pierce.
For the record, he is pointing to Stu and...
Because he was your old captain.
No! No, Pierce! How you going? Mate, long time no see,
Because Anastasia. So, just let you know, I'm a little short on credits at the moment. I'm not going to buy anything from you.
Are you sure? Like, I mean, last time we met, you already owed me quite a few credits.
You're in a ship that I captured.
You still owe me quite a few credits.
It's not my ship.
And, like, if I had those credits, then I could give you those credits to let us off.
Well,
Can I please roll for business here?
Good business.
okay. He's like, deal.
I won't tell him. Okay, I won't tell anyone, Pierce. Don't worry. Secret's safe with me.
It says, we're on an open channel.
What is
I
it?
doubt that seriously. He says, though any other pirate vessels in this area understand that the 5th crew is under our protection. Also be aware of that the 5th crew used to be known as the Nemesis. If you are unaware of the Nemesis reputation, take a look at the side of your ship. Ask your engineers on how long it took them to repair it. Second call comes in. Hail. This is Commodore of the Wolf Clan. Please identify yourself.
You're the pilot. I'm nowhere near the bridge.
On a closed comm channel.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, we got a wolf clanny trying to get identification. I don't know the politics of Wormhead these days. You get your butt up onto the bridge and talk to these people. You speak your language.
You've been listening to the StarFall Actual Play Podcast, written and directed by Kevin C. Mason. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else you can find a podcast. Become a Patreon backer by going to patreon.com/StarFall Podcast. Get a copy of Roll vs. Roll at Gamescrafter or Drive-Thru RPG.